believe. Should be. New York sewer rats, how's it going? Okay, good to see that YouTube chat is working this time, because it was not working last time. Blue, what's up? Trying to figure out some good lighting here for my strawberry blonde hair. Emergency! Emergency! Paging old dungeon masters to the emergency room. What's up, roll for Tobacco? New York, where is everyone? You were in here first. It normally takes a little bit of time for people to roll in. Happy birthday, Cool Cylinder. Wait, Blue, why are you heartbroken? What did we do again? What did I do? Yeah, I've fixed YouTube chat now that it's appearing here. I obviously don't have it up on right now, and I need to reset that timer up there. Hold on. Okay. You see this timer up here? 3 hours. That is when my game is. Okay. And the reason why it's 3 hours, which may seem like a long time for a lot of people who DM and, you know, prep in like 20 minutes, is because today I wanted to prep this session from scratch using the Dungeon Master's guide for prepping, which is an entire page. Wizard of the Coast, please do not copyright me for showing that. It's one full page. That's it. In a 380 page book, prepping D&D session is one page. And it's really interesting because it's split up into 3 options. Option 1 is that you prep for 1 hour, which is what we're going to do first. Then it says if you want to prep for 2 hours, this is what you do in the second hour. Then it says, if you want to prep for 3 hours, this is what you do in the 3 hours. So I figured it'd be a fun experiment to prep the way that they want to prep, following their rules and guidelines, and see what we can do in an hour, see what we can do in 2 hours, see what we can do in 3 hours. I don't know how I'm going to prep for 3 hours. Normally I'm pretty quick, so we'll see what they want us to do. But yeah, that's the plan for today. What do you guys think? Interesting? Fun? Rubbish? Don't do it? Oh, because I picked Sales Spy over Alchemy. Yeah. Well, you'll forgive me one day. Do what see copyright you for showing art in the book? They were when was it the players? I think it was when the Player's Handbook first came out, the newest one, a few months ago. People were showing it in videos, and then they were being told by Wizards of the Coast that they had to blur it out. So yeah, they don't want people pirating it by, I guess, looking at YouTube videos and just like taking screenshots and putting their own book together, which is insane. Thank you for the follow, Mustum Ardens. I don't know why I didn't get an alert for that. Hild, what's up? To be honest, my main flaw when it comes to DM is assessing how much time my players will reach a certain point. Well, I read through this DMG prepping stuff. It's interesting. They do have some like interesting things in here. Dare I say good things. You literally made a one shot that lasted 12 hours of game. You know, yeah, I have the same issue. The players it depends on your players, but my players tend to, like, if they decide to roleplay, or like if they like an NPC and want to chat to an NPC for longer, it can add up to like hours. My game is in like 5 hours, so hopefully this will help me as well. Well, we'll see. Let's team up. So when you say prep for 3 hours, I got no idea how to measure the amount of content you'll need. So this actually, it does say, okay, you know what? This might get me demonetized, but I think it's fine. Because I have the book up here digitally. It does say, rather interestingly, for preparing a session, where is it now? A D&D game session usually starts with some out-of-game chatter as everyone settles down to play. Once the session gets underway, most groups can accomplish at least 3 things during 1 hour of play, where each thing might be any of the following. That whole sentence is so, like, wishy-washy. Whereas each thing might be any of the following. Well, it could be anything, but it's useful to see. So we can do 3 of these things every hour. My game tends to run 3 hours, so let's grab like 9 things. I'm actually just gonna steal this, and we're gonna do one of these. Explore a location such as a chamber in a castle or cave, converse with an intelligent creature, reach consensus on a divisive issue, solve a tricky riddle or puzzle, survive a deadly trap, and fight a low difficulty combat encounter. We'll do every single one of those things tonight in my game. Silence, what's up? We are going to prep my D&D session that's happening in 2 hours and 54 minutes. And we're going to do it in a way that the DM wants us to. We're following the rules of the DM. So, as you can see, we have 1 hour preparation. We have 2 hour preparation, and we have 3 hour preparation, but they stack. So we can do the 1 hour preparation first, and then we can do the 2 hour preparation by just adding an hour onto it, then the 3 hour. So I'm kind of excited. The 1 hour prep is definitely the longest by far. With, only 3 steps. No, step 4, step 5, 5 steps. The 2 hour preparation has 2 more steps, and the 3 hour has 2 more steps. So it should be fun. I'm pretty confident we're going to do this. So I'm not in a massive rush, but as the time gets closer to 0, you might see me panicking a bit more. But I just started to stream, so, you know, I'm fine with, like, chatting for a hot second. You don't think I should show the book, mate? This is a live stream that, if it gets demonetized, I don't mind too much. Join as a channel member, join my Patreon. But, I might turn this into a full-length video, just heavily edited, and I won't show the book during that time. Yeah. Let's start with how far they reached last session with the circus. So this actually is a great point, because step 1 is focus on the story of the adventure. Read or reread the adventure's introduction and background information, and create a bulleted list of key plot points to make sure a coherent story unfolds. So I'm in my mind, step 1 is actually just like, where did we leave off, right? And what kind of story do we want the direction of this session to go into? So step 1. It might be unacceptable. What's the most they can do? I'd have to take the stream down. That's it. That's the most they can do. I hope. God, I hope. Famous last words. You always recap every start of the session? Yes. Or you could have a gin lamp as a piece of treasure that has a pocket dimension. That could be a social encounter and some... Okay, well... Before you guys all start throwing ideas at me, which is what you did last time, and they were very, very good ideas, but I ended up with too much. Let me fill you in on where they're at. Oh, I forgot about the prep section. I've got a session on Sunday to prep for too. Let's join forces. So, in the last session, the characters... Oh my God, I hate typing on stream because I'm bad at it. Last session, the characters investigated murders that led them to a succubus who was part of the traveling theatre, of a traveling theatre. I too need to prep. Yes, Silence. You're currently playing BG3. Dude, I've fallen so hard into BG3. I'm playing it with two of like my best friends at the moment, and we're having a blast. An absolute blast with it. It's also given me some really good D&D ideas as well, which I love. Like, there's stuff that I do in the game where I'm like, how can I do something very similar in my actual sessions? Is asking the chat already kind of asking ChatGPT without the GPT bot? You know? I think you guys, it's actually worse because I think you guys are smarter and better and more handsome than ChatGPT. So, you know. You mainly only prep modular encounters, big story arc stuff. Otherwise, it's mostly improv. Yeah, so I'll tell you how I normally... I was thinking about this earlier. My prep kind of changes depending on how much motivation I have to prep and how much time I have, obviously. But normally when I prep, I like to think of it as canon events. I'd like to have like... 4 things maybe that are going to happen. And that could be the characters meet an NPC. And I can plan the NPC. Or the characters get a piece of information that is very important to them. Or the characters get into an encounter where they could fight. Or they are like threatened by a monster of some kind. And I'll plan the monster out. Or the villain does something big. And these are like canon events, and these probably won't change. I will change them if it's like, you know, obvious that it shouldn't happen anymore. But these are like canon events that will happen, and I don't know when, and I don't know where. The players could run into that particular NPC in the NPC's shop, out on the street, in the tavern, out walking. I can like force that interaction whenever I want, whenever it feels natural. Same with where they get this information from. If they're going to get an important piece of information, it could be from the Thieves Guild. It could be from the shopkeep, the tavern, anywhere, and I can just place it in there. And I find that really easy to do because I know what needs to happen, but I'm letting my players kind of drive the story. Unless we're all bots, quick do a capture. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are bots. Just saying. Everyone roll an exclamation mark roll dice on Twitch. See if you can roll a persuasion check to persuade me that you're human. Brycing, what's up? We're just prepping. We're prepping, but we're prepping the way that the Dungeon Master's Guide wants us to. So we're going through bit by bit, figuring out what they want. But we've just started. I have 3 hours until my session. Question suggestion, you can upcast modify memory to permanently alter an NPC's memory. Could be a plot point of someone over cleaning someone's memory. Okay, hold the ideas. Hold the ideas. Put it back in the chamber. Let me hold the ideas for now. This is not idea time. This is building up what's going on. I like that approach. Canon events with condition triggers, avoidance triggers. Yeah. I don't like emphasizing important info. When you casually insert important info and only lately they realize it's important, it keeps them on their toes and really tickle the urge to take notes, which I love seeing. I like that a lot. There's nothing better when a player whips out the notepad and starts scribbling furiously. Normally they do it when I don't want them to take notes. Normally that I'm describing a scene and I'm describing stuff that's just kind of flavor. It's like the chair thing from Critical Role, and they're like taking notes. I'm like, this is not important. This is not important. Do not note this down. But you know, players do what players do. 18, cool cylinder, very nice. It's a birthday roll. Yeah, you're human. Oh, I saw that one guy with 2 full pages of notes, yeah. Really, that's on me. Really, I shouldn't be describing things that aren't that important. But sometimes I get carried away, or they ask a question. Like, they're asking questions, so I give them answers, and then they're like, oh, that answer must be important. I'm like, no, you just asked me. You just asked me what the weather is. But the weather's got nothing to do with anything. But, you know, let note takers know. What's up, Sam? So, yeah, that's where I fall. That's how I normally prep. And this is how the DMG wants us to prep. So, yeah, last session the characters investigate murders that led them to Succubus, who was part of the traveling theatre. They killed her. Rightly so. Rightly so. But that was where we're at. But they're in a last session. The characters investigated murders in I can't remember what I named the town. Oh, hold on. Let me get my notes back up from 2 weeks ago it was. Let me get the notes back up. It was Flynn. It was the village of Flynn. Murders in the port town of Flynn. So something happened to Flynn during that session. I don't know how it happened, but it got much bigger. It's not a village anymore. It's a full port town. I think I just decided last minute to make it bigger. So it was more exciting to me to have like a murder mystery in more of a town than a village at the time. Yeah, it was Flynn. Blue, good memory. My recap is going to be fun. Our last session was like 7 weeks ago. Work got busy for it. Well, the good news is they probably don't remember it either, so you can just kind of make it up as you go along. So yeah, last session, characters investigate murders in the port town of Flynn. That led them to a succubus who was part of a traveling theatre. They killed her. That's kind of the recap. That's all we kind of need to know. There is something key about this session, though, that's going to affect things. And that is that 2 of my players aren't here. It's only a 3-player session. So, in this session, I want to give the 2 away player characters an excuse to like leave and do their own thing for 1 session. So they disappear, so then it's just a 3-party group for this session only. Make the away character sick or possessed. Honestly, what's up, Pedro? I think I'm just going to say like, oh yeah, they went off. So in this session, the players, I want to give the, because we talked about this last prep and they never got to this point yet. I want to give, plan for session, give players information of MacGuffins, which are world hearts, to the east and west. And a ancient library with info they seek to the north. So they can decide if they want to go east, west, or north. To give them not the illusion of choice. I'm going to give them a choice, but they're eventually going to go to all these places. It's just what order they go in. Maybe you have them go on a red herring chase for some extra info that becomes a separate quest with the party. Yeah. Every road leads to the same place. It does. They lead to each other. It's just the order that it goes in and how difficult I make it when they get there. So it's where they get this information from, and I can feed it to them from different locations, I guess. Because we only have 3 characters, we have... The 3 player characters are a healing monk Tabaxi, a artificer oh god, Kenku. And a rogue rock gnome. I guess a rogue thief rock gnome is better for this. Maybe the 2 players scout Flynn and get some potions and some luck. Yeah, that's great, actually, Silence. I just say, yeah, they popped off. I don't even need to do anything. I just say, okay, we're taking off from where we left off. These 2 characters have gone off to do their own thing. They are scouting Flynn and gathering information and getting potions. Yeah, I like that a lot. So let me put that in here. Two characters have gone off on their own to scout the town for info and buy supplies. That's brilliant. That's class. Sorted. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'm thinking, because these are the 3 characters left, I make encounters around each character, just specifically. Highly recommend Obsidian for DM notes, planning, and prep. I've heard really good things about Obsidian, and I plan to try it. I plan to do a stream at some point, maybe even a video of my first time using it. You tried it? I've not tried Obsidian yet, no. But I will do. I will do. I've heard nothing but really good things about it. Plus works well for when they find somewhere later they can roll with advantage, as they went there earlier. Yeah, that's good. I also like the idea of just next week asking the players who were not there, like, what they think their characters could have done. And we could, like, maybe tie that in to the whole thing. Here's something similar with the wife's character. She missed a session, so I gave her character some town lore to bring back to the party. It's very good. How are you finding Obsidian cool? Oh, it's amazing. Nice. It's hard to learn how to use it. See, that's what I don't want. I don't want another thing that I've got to learn. But I guess if it's worth it, if you guys think it's worth it, I'll give it a go. All right, so focus on the story of the adventure in step 1. Read or reread the adventure's introduction, background information, create a bulleted list of key plot points to make sure a coherent story unfolds. So key plot points are, well, that's it. The main plot point is that they get the information, that they get these 3 pieces of information from places. 1. Okay. Upon session, you can place some major MacGuffins to the east, you can place some of MacGuffins to the west, and give players information of to the north. And I already put stuff in place for that ancient library, so it won't come out the blue either, which would be nice. Can you say what they know so far? So far, they know next to nothing. Like I was saying, they've just come in and they were investigating a... So overall, they know there's a big evil that has risen, and there's a corruption spreading around the continent, and they have been hired to investigate this and deal with it in any way they see fit. And last session, they were investigating a bunch of murders that potentially were tied to this thing, where they came up against a succubus that they killed. And that's where we're at, fundamentally. That's where we're at. Wait, what's MacGuffin? A MacGuffin is a script writing film term for an object that pushes the plot forwards. And that's kind of its only real reason. So in my game, the MacGuffins are world hearts, which are these stone rocks that are full of ancient energy that will level up the players if they get one. And they are scattered around the world. The players know they want... The players have 2 goals. One is to get more information about the corruption and how to stop it. And the second goal is to become more powerful. So they know every world heart they get more powerful and they level up. So they hunt world hearts, really. And I'll be very shocked if they don't go straight for a world heart the second they hear about one, because they want to level up. What's up, Leon? There's a couple of creators who have made systems you can use. Patreon for pre-built vault, but Obsidian TTRPG tutorials does have all the stuff in this for free on his site. Just have to build it. I say just in jest. Yeah, I want to know what Obsidian does as far as because I'm perfectly happy taking notes in a document, like the same way I would just writing on a piece of paper. Is Obsidian is it kind of like Notion, where it's a database with history of all your notes and it's all searchable? Theatre's a traveling theatre, yes. Yes. Yeah. It's much neater. Oh, yeah, but... Yeah. Last time where the theatre needs to be led to. Also, my campaign sounds a lot like your campaign. Great minds, cool Sunday. Great minds. Well, I think I'm going to try and keep them in Flynn for this session. And the plan is, I think the players would enjoy it if I said that in town, for the Healing Monk Tabaxi, there is a monastery with info about ancient evil. How do you spell monastery? Monastery. And then also in Flynn, there is a potions guild where people... Potions guild? Yeah, potions guild. Full of intelligent artificers and potion makers that may have info. And for the rogue, there's just straight up a Thieves Guild, or like a Thieves Guild area for info. I can guarantee that all three of them go to all these three places because they would love to. DM Hostel and in like Flynn. That's my favorite movie, Austin Powers. I've seen Austin Powers, but I don't get the reference, I'm afraid. Obsidian treats your notes as a network of knowledge rather than isolated documents. It's heavily used by researchers, developers, writers, and anyone who values deep, interconnected thinking. I use it quite often while doing research in the education field. Backlining Act, tremendously useful. Ah, interesting. Allows you to link things so you can have a page which references locations. Okay, so like Notion as well. Shattered Crown, that's your campaign. Very, very cool name. Box of random potions that don't have labels, always fun for things people to come back with. I might do that, that's very good. Oh, there's a plugin for D&D specifically. Okay, that could be cool. Oh, it's a joke you made in the first movie. Don't apologize, DM. If you do it properly. Yeah, I'm scared that I'm not going to want to put in all the time and effort to learn it, though. All right. So there you go. That's 3 locations. Monastery, Potions Guild, Thieves Guild. You just use OneNote? Yeah, I just use Google Docs. I have no issue doing it like this, to be honest. I kind of like the chaoticness of it and the fly-by-your-seatness of it. It makes me feel like I can, like... I've got more freedom to improvise, if that makes sense. No, I'm not going to split the party. If they want to split the party, they can do. But... Step 1, focus on the story and adventure. Read or read the adventure. Create a bulleted list of key plot points to make sure a coherent story unfolds. Okay, so... Recap. Plan for session. Locations. Monastery. Potion. You know, I'm going to make it a potions convention. Thieves Guild. And I'm going to show these locations via some signage. When they talk to NPCs, they'll mention them. And trust me, my players will go. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble. I think that's kind of step 1 done. So what's step 2 on the old D&D Beyond? Identify the encounters you want to run, then figure out how likely it is each encounter will get played, categorizing each one as definite, possible, or unlikely. It's interesting, because I don't know. I don't actually know. I mean, it depends which ones. I guess I'm going to push the monastery first. I think that's likely. That's definite. We'll just go down the list. Definite. Possible. And possible. Let's. It's all possible. Kind of 1 hour in kind of each place to get all the information. And we can even say that the monastery, definite. Monastery is info about the ancient library. And it's definite. The Potions Convention is info about the West World Heart, which is possible. These guilds, info about the East World Heart, which is also possible. And then if they don't make it to all of them, I'll just make the information come from like the Potions Convention could have both information about the West World Heart and the East World Heart, for example. Or if they spend a whole time in the monastery could have information about everything. I like that idea. Okay. So yeah, identify accounts you want to run, then figure out how. Yeah, done. And then step 3. This is all within the first hour, by the way. And we've been at it for 35 minutes. We've been chatting a fair bit. So let's speed this up a little bit. Uh-oh. Yes. West means they get on a pirate ship. Or a ship. It's up to them. But I want a little pirate, little arc if they go that way. I think they'll go that way. I think they'll like the pirate arc. Could do that rumor about the other group collecting World Hearts and have the 3 at the session hype it up to the other 2 when they come back. I do like that. About locations, plot points, rival group. And then I can say that is possible too. Yeah, I had in my mind that it would be a pirate ship. I just like doing pirate stuff. Step 3, gather any maps you'll need for definite and possible encounters, then focus the remainder of your prep time on the definite encounters. Okay. For combat encounters, I'm just going to change this. Focus on definite encounters. For combat encounters, review the monster's tactics and stat blocks. Note any special rules that apply to the setting of the counter. Okay, so let's say build combat encounters. For the social interaction encounters, make notes about the non-player characters and NPCs encounter. Yep, okay. Plan important NPCs. For explosion characters, we've got any clues or other information. Characters learn. Yeah, okay, plan. Fundamentally, that's That's step 3 is a big step, by the way. Step 3 is the majority of these. What are the next steps? Step 4, consider how each definite encounter relates to the player's motivations. Think about elements you can... Okay, let's just grab these. Let's grab these. RDM named the Tavern Keeper pirate. I might do that with this Tavern Keeper. Hey, if they go sailing, it might be possible to tease the BBEG. Indeed. Indeed. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. I want to say there's a Neverwinter guide that someone made online that has a beach ship that was converted to a tavern inn. I think it was a guide to Neverwinter. That's very cool. Tavern that is beached ship. We'll say that one's unlikely, but I like it. If they go that way, I want to use it. We'll do it. Okay, so skim the encounter flags as possible as a step 5 is a weird thing. I guess it makes sense, kind of. And step 4 is consider how each definite encounter relates to the player's motivations. Think about elements you can add of interest to them. Okay. So step 4 is tie locations to characters. That's a huge step. That's a really good thing for them to put in there, to be honest, because that really makes or breaks campaigns. You've not coded voice lines yet. As the BBEG. Okay, so combat encounters will be. Let me pull up the combat encounter. D&D Beyond. Bum 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 bum. So we only have 3 characters. Let me remove these characters. Okay. These guys are going to 3 places, and I kind of want them to spar at the monastery with some monks. So what can we... There's definitely going to be an encounter for... let me duplicate this. I think there's going to be 2 main encounters, and none of them are that important in this. They're kind of just fun for something for them to do. I think monster type humanoid. And monster type humanoid. And what are they called? Are they called thugs? What are the new heavy hitter monsters called? That they took orcs and changed them to. Heavies? No. I genuinely can't remember. Yeah, I'm on a time limit for this session prep, the wolf. But that's also how long the Dungeon Master's Guide. We're following the Dungeon Master's Guide, telling us exactly what to do and how to prep. And it says for a 3-hour prep, do this. Right now we're in the first hour section. So I'm trying to get this completed before that hits 200. Animated armor, a good easy sparring monster. Yes, I like that actually for the monastery. Like they could be what they use to train. Sorry, I'm still in 2, 3. I don't know why I did it like that. Let's make them go against 5 animated armors in the monastery. Love it. And then Thieves Guild. Interesting content. No one ever really shows how to prep a session. I'm not even saying that this is the way to do it. I'm looking at how the DMG says it, and I'm kind of showing how I'm changing it, but everyone's so different. So it's kind of a contentious subject in a way. People hate it when I make a video and I'm like, they think I'm telling them how to DM. And I always try and make it very clear that I'm not telling you how to DM, I'm showing you how I DM and how others do it. I'm not telling you that this is the only way to do it, but people, I get some angry comments. Pepsi Cola, what is going on? Leon, I play a very small female wood elf. The only thing I do is just make my voice a little higher in pitch. Really lean into characters personally. This character is heavily inspired by Annie from Attack on Titan, but has the personality of Historia, so a very chill, down-to-earth, very likable, but badass character. So that's what I try to reflect in my voice. I was very proud of myself that I knew that AOT stood for Attack on Titan there, because I got scared for a second. I wasn't going to be down with the kids. Okay. So... what the hell are they called in the monster manual? I thought they were like heavies or thugs. Come on, guys. Help a brother out. You guys know. My monster manual's downstairs. What are orcs in the 2024 Monster Manual? Oh my god, this is gonna bug me. Let me go some monster D&D. D&D Beyond Monster Manual. God, I hate D&D Beyond sometimes. I went to the Monster Manual. It's trying to make me buy the Monster Manual, but I own the Monster Manual and it says it's in my library. I'm like, well, take me to my Monster Manual then. Google AI answer is big. Tufts. It's Tufts, right? Tough and Tough Boss. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you so much. What's up, DQ Park? God damn it. I hate the name Tough. I hate it. I think Thug would have been better, for sure. I mean, this is perfect, to be honest, for the Thieves Guild fight. One tough boss. 2 tough bros. A nice medium difficulty fight, if this can be trusted, which it can't. But what can we do? Okay. Tough boss, 2 toughs. All right, that's the combat sorted, guys. We've got 12 minutes left to finish this off before we go into the second hour. What's up, Madden the Gee? You're looking for the monk. I'm not looking for monks. I was looking for the Thieves Guild. I was looking for toughs. They're going to fight animated armor in the monastery because that's who the monks train on. And to get the monks on their side, they'll have to prove themselves by fighting some animated armor. Very, very simple. Information library. So the monastery, they fight animated armor to get monks on their side to gain info about the ancient library. Definitely going to happen. Potion convention, they can just get info. We'll have like social or maybe a puzzle in the potions convention. At the Thieves Guild, they fight thieves and get info about the Eastworld Heart. They can also get information about a rival group and visit the tavern that's a beach ship. Sorted. It's going to be all versus all, because I don't want my players getting bored. Right in the gi, we're prepping. We're prepping the session that's going to happen in 2 hours and 11 minutes, but we're following the Dungeon Master's Guide's prepping steps, one by one. They have a 1 hour version, they have a 2 hour version where they add 2 more steps, and they have a 3 hour version where they add 2 more steps. So right now, we are at step 3, with 10 minutes left in the first hour. Plan and pertinent NPCs. Okay, I'm perfectly fine improving these NPCs because I know exactly how they will easily be handled. But we need a monk leader. We need a artificer, potion maker, and we need a thief guild boss. Okay, this is where you guys come in. We need some names. Don't try and trick me into saying something illegal. Need a monk leader. We need an artificer, potion maker, and a thief guild boss. Tiny got game. Oof. Well, where I am, it's right now. It's only like coming up to 3 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. So my game will. So it's not too bad. Jenna tools. So what we'll make, I will name the Thief Guild boss Jenna, and I will name the Artificer Tools as a last name. Gyatso Atla. Knuckle for the monk. Alright, it's good. Let's Knuckle, and then we need something really zen for the last name. I like Knuckle, like Knuckle Stream or Knuckle oh man. Yowlin? Sandwich? We're not calling him Sandwich. But Knuckle Sand is pretty cool. A.K.A. Monk... Brother Sand. And Avatar The Last Airbender. I like Ava. Ava Tools. Groon, steal the one. Is that the name of the one in the critical role? And then Jenna Omi? Is that off something? Oh, is that the Jenna Frey? Oh, Jenna Frey's good. Yeah, okay, Jenna Frey. All right, there we go. We have 3 main NPCs. Now, Knuckle Sand is obviously a monk who has a little bit older, maybe in his 50s, but incredibly muscular for a 50-year-old. And he believes in I guess, fighting prowess and strength as a sign of what kind of person you are. So to get his favor, you need to fight the 5 animated armor and defeat them, and then he will give you the information about the library. Ava Tools is a studious bookworm with big round goggle glasses who likes to tinker with not just potions, but machinery, and does experiments. And she runs a stall at the potions convention that happens to be in town. And Jennifer is just a typical kick-ass thief boss with an eye patch who will cut you down before and take all your stuff before helping you. Ava's too generic. What about I was going to say Gizmo, but I feel like I've definitely used those Gizmo tools. Maya. Gotta make Knuckles, yes. Knuckles Sand is now Brad Pitt from, I almost said Fight Club, Snatch. Yeah. yeah. Dags. I have to watch clips so I can remember the insane way they talk. Leela tools. Lila. Maya's good. Why do you like Ava? Okay, Maya. I actually prefer Maya. Maya tools. Jennifer, Knuckles Sand. Sorted. Okay. How long have we got? We got 5 minutes left. I need a puzzle encounter in the potions convention to do with you get to okay, it's not much of an encounter, but what do you guys think of something like at this convention there's a competition where if the players can sounds like you're saying my tools with a Maya tools. Maya tools. Maya tools, Maya Faye, Maya Sand. Players need to create a potion that causes wave in the ocean. The convention is by the sea. It is by the sea. Everything's by the sea. They need to mix 3. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of mixing a concoction, but it has to be something that's useless. Like the potion has to do something useless, otherwise they'll know how to make this potion. They'll always make it. It'd be very annoying. What about it's just a competition to make the most interesting potion, and they have a bunch of ingredients in front of them, and I let the players try and make something, and we get like a random table of what could happen. What's up, Casey Crow? Liquid luck. Yeah, I think we'll come back to this because in the last hour of prep, the DMG says go back and or maybe it's the second hour. Devote any time you have left to creating improvisational aids. Okay, so we will just say participation in potion convention. Players can create potion with random table. Well, we've got 2 minutes left, so we'll come back to that in hour 2. Tie locations to characters. We have done. We have done. The monastery is for my monk. The potion convention is for artificer. Thieves guild for rogue. Sorted. And skin the encounters you flagged as possible. We've got the encounters. They're good to go. I'm perfectly fine running these. They're both just medium. Shouldn't be an issue. Done. With 1 minute 44 seconds left. How about a potion? Okay, well, we can come into that now. Matisse, so what's up here? Okay, so, Matisse, I'll do the spiel for you. The Dungeon Master's Guide has 3 options when it comes to prepping a D&D session. There's the 1 hour session. There's the 2 hour session. And there's the 3 hour session of preparation. Sorry, I shouldn't say session. I confuse it. 1 hour preparation, 2 hour preparation, and 3 hour preparation. We have just done the 1 hour preparation, steps 1 till 5. And it took us 59 minutes. Though we have been chatting. Now, for the next hour, we're going to do the 2 hour preparation, which is step 6 and step 7. And then in the 3rd hour, we're going to do these 2. And then when this timer runs out, that's just above me, my session starts. So we're on a time limit. But honestly, I can't believe they put 5 steps in the first hour and then just 4 steps in the next 2 hours. So I'm hoping it's relatively easy sailing from here. I sent you a concept out for Maya Tools. All right, I'll check it out after the stream. All right, because I've got 10 seconds left, I'm just going to grab a glass of water. I'll be back, and we'll do the next hour. I also got a little cereal bar because, you know, prepping D&D is hungry work. Honestly, I don't get the hate for AI-generated art. We're not getting into that. I get it. I kind of get both sides, but certainly, while it's really bad for the environment, AI in general, and until we get better copyright stuff so that it's not stealing from people, I kind of don't like it. If they sorted that out, and it feels like they could, I'd be on board. The game is in 2 hours, punters. I'm very excited for AI in general. Don't clip that, because people will hate it. But to make my workflow faster, all the stuff that I do myself when making videos, there's a lot of dumb manual labor that AI should, we're not there yet, but make the whole thing way easier. But I have friends who work in not just the arts, but stuff like coding and things like that, where AI can just do their job for them. And rightfully so, people were like studying to do these jobs, and they finally like got out of studying and they finally got a job and they've worked their way up in that job, and then suddenly, boom, their career's done. And whether you want to blame anyone for that or if it's just bad circumstance of like human progression, it does suck. What do you think? Should I kill a player tonight? Any DMs in chat who have killed a player recently? I'd love to hear that story. I've only had one player character death. I've never had a player die at the table. That'll be traumatizing. Yeah, sorry, not killed. Watch them die. Sorry, I have almost finished. How are we doing? 1 minute 54? Surely Wizards of the Coast and the Dungeon Master's Guide doesn't expect me to work for 3 hours straight in prepping. Surely that's not how it works. All right, I'll take a look at my Discord. 1 second. Hold the horses. Wait, what did you put it in? Oh, you sent it to me. This is AI, don't at me. Oh, I'm adding you. Yeah, that's how I kind of picture my tools. I think she's a no. I think my tools is a no. You're so close yesterday night during your session. Oh, how close? How close, Francesco? I did nothing. I swear the Tresk was just there. I love it. I love it when DMs are like, I don't do things in my world. I create the world and I let things happen. It's like, you put a Tresk there. You did something. Yeah, that's my one of my biggest pet peeves of DMs who are like, there are DMs out there who, and I could be wrong on this, I am often wrong, but they genuinely believe that when they create a world, they drop the players in, and then all they do is referee and make sure the world reacts in a logical way. And that's what they think they're doing. But it's like, are you not asking them to roll persuasion checks? Are you not choosing the DC of the persuasion check? Like, you are constantly making choices as a DM that is affecting this world. And if you're in a bad mood that day, it can change things. It just can. We had a player die recently in our games who was a paladin of light, but in death basically came face to face with the old ones and was pulled by tendrils until they were resurrected by Kelm. That's awesome. Listen up. The convention requires you to create a lost knowledge potion of 3 ingredients. Yes, Blue Pinks. Hold on. Let me put this down. Listen up. The convention requires you to create a lost knowledge potion of 3 ingredients. The song goes like this. I ride the sea, but 3 are helping me. The first was once a home to the breathless, now abandoned, a seashell. The second is dancing grass where it's all blue. This is great, seaweed. And the third is the line between where 2 worlds meet. Beach and sand. Combine them 3 and set them free. I've literally noticed. I've thrown that in here. Okay, a potion that once poured into the ocean, a wave will run towards the west or east. Never each is west, but nice. I should thank the cleric of my party. He's saved you from TPKing many times. Yes. Make your clerics overpowered. That's what I say. Screw everyone else. Just make sure the clerics can heal, and then you can do anything you want to your party. Sorry for the bad rhyme. No, it's good. We'll go through and I'll put it in my own words so that I'm not just stealing from you completely, but it's a phenomenal idea. All right, so. Why would it require it though? The convention has the opportunity to create a lost knowledge potion. Three ingredients. I'm just going to say riddle because I don't want to sing. Goes like this. I ride the sea, but 3 are helping me. Like, would I get this? I ride the sea, but 3 are helping me. The first was once a home to the breathless, now abandoned. I ride the sea, but 3 are helping me. So this is the ingredients. The second is dancing grass where it's all blue, which is seaweed. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll give them lots of clues as well, because I don't want them struggling, but yeah, that's great. Yes, I like that a lot, Leon. Yeah. A competition. This is great. Yes, lost knowledge potion to gain knowledge of what you desire. Or what you need. That's better, because I don't want to be like, I desire money. It's like, no, you need a world heart. 3 ingredients, feels like this. Okay, that once poured into the ocean, a wave will run in the direction of what you seek. Love it. And yeah, it'll be a competition. I can throw some really jerk, like dickhead, other potion makers in there who are just absolute, the worst people. All right, so let's have a look at. I also think there should still be like a random potion stall where they can buy They get like a free random potion, each one of them as well. Maybe the riddle could be given to the party in secret to help them win. Maybe. I'll see how much time we have, or whether I want to run down that route. But they get the riddle. I actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say... you know, I'm going to change it back to a song. Because I do like that. I'm going to make the... my Artificer Potion Maker character. I'm going to make them roll a history or intelligence check to see if he knows about this potion, because he probably knows about it. So, history check, DC 16. And then if he fails that, I might have another character. Might allow them to roll a persuasion check against a character to get the information. And if they don't do that, then they don't get the information. All right, so let's look at what's next on the agenda. The 2-hour preparation. With another hour to prepare, add these steps. Step 6. Step 7. Carefully review each possible encounter. Devote any time you have left to creating improvisational aids. So step 7, I just want a list of things that potions could do that are silly. So random potion table. Ideally, we got 44 minutes. Let's straight up come up with 20 things to roll a d20 on that potions could do. And they'll all get one, and they can all roll. And some of them can be very dumb, like you have a high-pitched voice for 2 hours. 2, you are wildly drunk for 2 hours. But some of them have to be beneficial as well, though. What's up, Book Queen? Okay, yeah. As a separate improvisational thing, potion contestant accidentally creates a dangerous ooze that attacks Maya. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Broken voice potion, like just hitting puberty. Okay, yeah, okay. 3, broken voice. Well, I'll just say like random potion table effects last 2 hours. You have a high-pitched voice for 2 hours. You're wildly drunk. Broken voice. Borkin voice? Borkin voicing? What is wrong with me? Everything you say is in song. It's like a musical. One potion will be a potion of breathing underwater. Well, the thing is, they won't know. They're gonna have. Well, I guess they won't have it. Yeah, you're right. I guess it will. they'll just get this, and then I'll have to use this whenever they use it. I think also potions for sale, because they will be asking about this, and I think water breathing potion is a good one. How much is a water breathing potion, do we know? $500 gold pieces is way too expensive. I don't mind them getting water breathing potion for 50. That's so good. That's so good, frog. In throat potion. 1 syllable answers. I like something that is like every time. No, that's too OP. We need some good things that can happen. Potion prices are madly inflated, yeah. We need some beneficial ones. We need some good ones. Just a classic one is like we can figure out the order of this, but like roll with advantage. In fact, roll with disadvantage. That's too good, right? For 2 hours, let's say plus 3 on rolls. And minus 3 on rolls. For 2 hours. Yeah, potion. Yes, for selling potions. Potion of fire, breathing. Throw them at me, guys. Breathing. Potion of what else? Potion of bark skin. Oh, mind reading potion. I don't know. That might be too powerful. Maybe that's more expensive. Maybe we put one insanely expensive thing in here. Yes, okay. Yeah. Get vision of future. Trying to think of funny things that could happen at the potions place, and then if they go to the monastery afterwards or the thieves guild afterwards, if there's stuff that we can do with that. Oh no, yeah, I'll pop tarts, but queen. I think. How powerful what does potion of giant strength do again? Oh, it just makes you okay. For 1 hour, you're really, really strong. Yeah. of giant strength. 100 GP. Yes, I should say hill. I should specify hill giant. I think that's a random effect. It's just that you get really slimy, slippy skin. Oh man. 10. You feel like something is happening to you. But I, as the DM, know that actually this potion does nothing. But I don't tell them that. So they keep trying to find out what has changed in them. And it's not done anything. I do like one absolutely awful one, which is you... let's see, I've done exploding with fire and ice in the past, but let's say like yeah, you like discharge electricity damaging people within 15 feet. 1d6 damage. That way you could accidentally hit your allies. I think that's a great just separate one as well. Yeah, potion of static. Use static shock everything you touch. I also like 13. People just like you more. And people just like you less. And this could be like a minus 3k for like charisma checks and plus 3. Here's your first draft for the competition middle rhyme. Always feels good to work on songwriting. I sail with 3, the tide my guide. Their names in whisper still abide. First, a husk from days gone by, rare breath once lived beneath the sky. Second, ribbons soft and wide that dance beneath the turning tide. Third, a line of shifting grace where sea and soil embrace their place. Bind the 3 and set them free. The western wave will answer thee. That's okay. I'm gonna steal that. Until you, unless you're still working on it. Oops. And then the answers were seashell, seaweed, and beach sand. We need something else crazy because they're going to be making this potion all the time if it's just seashell. Let's say at the convention they have like a a very rare ingredient that you can only get there. That when mixed with those three, yeah, I'll figure it out. If you like it, then take it. I appreciate that, Leon. Claire's, what do I do, guys? I'm not. Yeah, I do like the idea of just being more disliked in general. Just everyone just doesn't like you. Here's an absolutely terrible one. You gain the powers of a vampire for 1 day, but every hour you make a con save. No. We're out. We're out already. Yeah. Okay. Potions of Devil's Shoulders fun. No, guys, we need good ones. We need good ones. We need a few good ones. What I've learned is that we're really good at coming up with ways to torture our players, but not benefit them. So for 2 hours, I need. Let me think, because I'm kind of like, do we do one where once in the 2 hours you can read someone's mind? That's pretty good. Read someone's mind once. Potion of caffeine. What would that do? Advantage on dex checks. Invisible hand, like Mage Hand on demand. That's good. See, I do like summon Invisible Hand just for the 2 hours. That could be fun because they're gonna go to the Thieves Guild next, so they could do stuff with that. The thing, the wolf. The thing about the movement is really good, but it's gonna make them want to get into combat, and I don't want to force that because the 15-foot extra movement really is just combat. For a bad one, an invisible hand that sometimes ignores you to go prank random other people. You have like a clone of yourself that just walks around and is being a dick to other people. And then when they turn around, they think it's you. Yeah, we're too good at making people suffer. We need good. We've got 4 more. We need things that the players would like. I've got one that is like actually mean, which is the potion doubles the amount of gold you have, but only for 2 hours. So they've got to spend it. No, they just spend it on potions. No. No, they're good hero, but I want non-combat ones. Tries to wedge everyone. Yeah, we're not doing the evil clone one. Use this. Oh, okay. The caster's limbs become invisible. Non-functioning eyes appear on the caster's face or head. After each spell, the caster briefly seems to become the opposite sex. Oh, you guys can't see these. After each spell, caster is intensely magnetic for 1d8 rounds. Not a lot of these like great non-combat-y fun ones. Oh, you know what's fun? You know what is fun? And I don't have to do any work on. Potion transports characters into one of the potion takers. Potion transports characters into one of the potion takers memories, like most takers informative memories. So like if we're all stood close to each other and I drink the potion and we roll a 17, me and you guys are all teleported into one of my memories. And then I can ask the character to describe what they remember. I actually really like that. Some character building. What's up, Doodle Dave? Why not just pull something from the Wild Magic table? Because I want to like tie this in. I don't know. I enjoy doing this. We got time as well. We got time. Yeah, cylinder. It's absolutely fine. I can probably change the wording on that. 18. You are incredibly handsome, and you know it. And then you look like Giga Chad. It just transforms your face into like really chiseled, massive cheeks. What, the handsome Squidward? Hell yeah. Did I see the caffeine effects up there? Oh, I may have missed it. Apologies. But yeah, for the caffeine, more energetic, and the player kind of speak fast. +2. Yeah. It's not beneficial, though. But it's good. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. Caffeine. Hyperactive, but +2 on Dex checks. There you go. Yeah. Okay, one more. The big one. What does a nat 20 get you? I kind of like the idea that you and the two other people around you are just teleported to a random other place. But it's not going to be random. I'm going to say it's random, but they either get teleported to the Thieves Guild, or they get teleported to the monastery if they've not been there yet, or they get teleported to the tavern or something. So, random teleportation for party to either monastery, Thieves Guild, tavern, and I can just kind of decide on that. Yeah. So everyone said bank vault. No, I don't want to give them too much money. It's giving them too much power. I know I was asking for good things, but it's too good. It's too good, Invisible Rex. But I appreciate it. This is just some throwaway fun competition, but it's really the first domino brick toppling over. I really do think this could get out of hand. You know when you think something's harmless and then the player gets it and they just destroy the game? But disadvantage on sleight of hand, I like it, girl. Because you got the shakes. You got those caffeine shakes. Shrek 2's Happily Ever After potion, where they fundamentally get to go back to the character creation screen to change their look. Insane idea. Sorry for the long message. Hard to be concise. After the players complete the potion ritual and pour into the sea, describe a faint, almost unnoticeable disturbance, a soft tremor underfoot, a brief shift in the breeze, or a strange sense in the air. This is the first extremely subtle sign. Yes. No, I like that a lot. I like that a lot, Leon. And I'll do it. I gave my player a deck of many things. They proceed to draw the wish card. First draw. Ah, yeah. It's time. I gave my player that, and they got the dragon card. They got a free dragon. There's also something about a player getting a letter in a campaign and end up as a highly valued item in the world with extremely high stats. What's up, Cloudcover? Okay, so step 6. So step 7 was devote any time you have left to creating improvisational aids, and we did that first. We got 20 minutes left on the second hour of prep. Step 6 was carefully review each possible encounter, so we can go through them all a little bit. So these are the encounters we've got so far. We've got the monastery encounter. And the way I expect this to go is to get to the monastery, I describe it. It's like full of monks fighting animated armors. And the animated armors, we will say, are like, we'll reskin them as like these kind of like fighting dummy constructs. And they'll go and talk to the boss of the monastery, who is Knuckle Sand, who's fundamentally Brad Pitt from Snatch. And this guy has information that they might want about the ancient library that they're seeking. It's not that important. But to get the information, they have to defeat 5 animated armors. So that's like the first. There's multiple encounters there. It's a social encounter and it's a combat encounter. And they don't necessarily go to the monastery first. Then we have. Then they could go either to the Thieves Guild or to the Potion Convention. Thieves Guild is really easy. It's just a bunch of thieves. They have some knowledge about where World Heart is, but to get it, they've got to fight a tough boss and 2 toughs. Another combat, another social encounter. Then we have the Potion Convention, which we've built out more than I thought we would, with the Artificial Potion Maker Maya tools being their main like social encounter here. And there's kind of a couple of things that can happen here. One is potentially, if we've got a lot of time and want to throw one more combat in there, one of the guests at the Potion Convention is mixing potions and accidentally creates a hostile ooze that starts attacking people that the players can defeat. 2, there is a competition where the players can get a potion of lost knowledge, which will give them information about where one of the MacGuffins we play with is and lead them to the next area in the game. And there's also a shop that sells a bunch of different potions, each for either 50 gold pieces or 100 gold pieces. And the same shop or a different shop gives out free random potion samples. And each character is going to get a random potion that can do one of these 20 things to them. Solid. This is a solid session, guys. The party is level 5. Normally there's 5 players, but in this session there's only 3 players. So I'm making it easy, and I don't really want to push the story forwards too much without the other players. No, I don't mind them walking all over them. Silence, honestly. All right, Book Queen, have a good one. With the Thieves Guild, couldn't you do a thing where they face bosses alone while other two start by trying to stealth steal some items for players? If they get caught, then you add them to the board. Well, the players can do whatever they want in the scenario. But I don't like running combat separately with separate people, if that makes sense. I'd rather combat with everyone or no one at all. Unless there's a very specific reason for it. I think you may prep for a single session more than I've ever prepped in my life. What's up, Bardic Calamity? Well, today we're prepping the way the DMG wants us to prep. So we're doing 3 hours of prep, no matter what, because that's what the DMG says. Normally, my prepping takes like between 20 and 40 minutes. I remember in Curse of Strahd, me and my party found some wine with rattlesnake venom in it, which made us speak like Mike Tyson, as it numbed our tongues. Yeah. There is an elemental that is armored, that is trapped, and is released on death. I'm going to make this into a video. I'm going to make a video about the DMG and the 9-step 3-hour preparation. And I'm going to use some clips from here, I think, but it's going to be like a hybrid video, a mix of this and me talking about it. I believe. I meant enemies trying to stealth. Oh, I hear. Mackie, what's up? Honestly, we've got 15 minutes in the second hour. I don't like how the second hour preparation is carefully review each possible encounter and devote any time you have left to creating improvisational aids. Because it feels like it's so wishy-washy about how much time that takes. But we've done hour 2, I'd say. I think we could move into hour 3. And hour 3 is pretty lame. I'm not going to lie. It's just step 8 and step 9. Skim each unlikely encounter. I think we only had one unlikely encounter and we can talk about it. And then create a new encounter designed to appeal specifically to one player and one player only. Or alter an existing encounter to relate to the goals and motivations of that player's character. Over the course of several sessions, do this for all your players and their characters. I do think that's a really cool step. I kind of don't like how it's in only if you have 3 hours to do this, because we did this already, kind of. But we could tie something much deeper in there. Water, air, earth, fire, elemental, mermaid. And what's that for? Sorry, Cloud? There's an elemental that is armored, that is trapped, and is released on death. What's up, Hoy Leper? How's it going? Oh, no. All right, since we are doing phenomenal with timing, and we've got 13 minutes until we get into the last section, I'm just going to refill my water, and I'll be back in a second. Hoyleper, you can definitely help out. Just bear with me. Actually, I have an issue straight off the bat. So, in this session, we have the potion making convention for artificers and potion makers. And obviously, we said that there's going to be a shop there that people can buy potions, as well as the competition, as well as free samples of free potions. it just occurred to me that the rogue in my player's party is going to try and steal every single potion. So we need some kind of security measure. I don't mind her getting 1 or 2 potions, to be honest, if she steals. It's got to be a high roll. So there has to be some kind of security measure that stops stealing. So any ideas you have would be amazing. Don't do no things. How's it going? You don't miss much. I've been prepping this game the way the DMG, the Dungeon Master's Guide, says we should in a 9-step process. And it says we should spend 3 hours on all 9 steps if we do 3 hours. It's got an option for 1 hour. It's got an option for 2 hours. We're doing the 3-hour one. And as you can see, we have 1 hour and 11 minutes left until my game. And we've done pretty well. Magical Tesco security tags, of course. If my Canadian players, for 1 second knew what Tesco was, I would be incredibly impressed. One thing that can happen with the potions, one of them could send one of the players through a trip where it tackles an insecurity they might have, almost like a therapy session. Yeah, I kind of like that. Their biggest fear. Oh, yeah. They see their biggest fear. So where was the other one I had about their memories? So let's choose one that we don't like in here. Like get vision of the future, and let's change that to all party sees one player's biggest fear play out. I like that a lot. Target, I don't know, I'm British. Yeah, Target. Over here in Canada, we have a place called Loblaws. There is a place called Sobeys, Freshco, but no Tesco. Potions are illusionary, and the shop keep parts real to fit them for a pocket dimension. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot, but there's got to be a chance that she can take one. So I think what it is every potion is held down by, it's like on a magical rune, and if she's quick enough, if she can roll sleight of hand fast enough, she can get it. But it is like a DC 23. I'm going to put that in here. DC 23 to steal 1. What's up, Geek Ledger? Oh yeah, like it changes the hand color as well. Maybe on a failed attempt, it does. Yeah, like, maybe if you try and steal one but you fail, you are immediately just teleported out the convention. You're just like thrown out, and then she has to go back in or something. I might do something like that. I love the DM prep. Someone earlier mentioned that no one shows this side of it, but I find it super helpful. Thank you. No worries, Tara. Like I said earlier, everyone's different, every DM's different, and like, I certainly, my prep changes all the time. All the time. Just depending on like, how much motivation I have in a moment. No. Kegs with taps in. They use those to fill vials on request, so there isn't many laying around, but gives it. Yeah, okay. That's yeah, they've got to get their hands on an empty bottle. Then they've got to like pull the keg down to get stuff out. Like it's a lot. It's a whole thing, right? Oh, okay. This convention's turning into more like a craft beer bar. Had an interesting interaction after lunch just now. I was prepping for my next session at the outside tables. I was just minding my business, role building and smoking a cig. This lady comes and starts yelling at you for causing secondhand smoke. I look around, I see nobody there but me and her. I said, okay, she huffs and walks away. Geek, where are you from? Because here in Canada, I think there's like key smoking areas that you have to be in. Someone has an old hag players have to deal with outside the tavern. Yeah, okay. Yelling at them. Artificer infused bottles or stands that has alarm on it when picked up with that bracelet on the honor. That was the craziest thing. Because I'm not a smoker. I've got nothing against people who do smoke. But when I was in Japan, smoking is so common there. And people do it in restaurants and in bars. It's like Vegas. And it was really weird. It really felt like going back in time. Artificer infused bottles or stands that has an alarm on it when picked up with that bracelet. Yeah, I just want it to be very hard to get one, but possible. And I feel like once we have alarms set and stuff, it would ruin the whole rest of the encounter. Wait, just realised the problem. What if they make... Well, they're only being handed one sample each. But if they all gave each other the sample, like if they all gave one person their samples, I believe they stack. Let's have a look. Can anything really happen if they have 3 potions that have random effects? They could have a high-pitched voice. They could get really slimy, slippy skin. And at the same time, they could be randomly teleported to another place. Random type is for party. Yeah, I think it just stacks. Could they not just cast silence? Well, I'm going to rule it that if they cast silence, that is, like, very noticeable to everyone at this convention. And they'll draw a lot of attention to themselves. Casting spells to steal stuff, to me, is like someone, like, standing in a bank and they're like, we can't just steal stuff because they'll know who we are. It's okay, we'll just throw on a balaclava and a black tracksuit and look nonchalant. It's like, no, you'll get caught immediately. Did I know haste stacks? I don't think I did know that. I may have even ruled in the past that it doesn't, because that sounds overpowered as hell. RIP anyone who takes 3 sevens. -3 on all rolls. That's true, yeah, they could get. My favorite one is you feel like something is happening to you, but the potion does nothing. Oh, Geek, you're from Arkansas. Smoking inside is no. You have to be at least 7 feet from entrances to a building, right? Boom, boom, boom. So here's the thing. If you have 3 hours to prepare, add these steps. And we're going into the last hour now. Skim each unlikely encounter and create a new encounter designed to appeal specifically. So the only unlikely encounter that we had is a tavern that is a beach ship. So we can build this out. Because right now it's just a location. So we need an NPC for here. And it's a full-on, in my mind, it's a full-on pirate. So it's got like a bard playing pirate shanties. Lots of like cheersing of drinks and yelling and hey, 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 and oggy, oggy, oggy. And the owner of this tavern, I like the idea that the owner of the pirate tavern is like the least pirate person you've ever met. What is the opposite of a pirate, do you guys think? What's like the other side of that? It's either like an aristocrat or it's like some just very like studious, timid. Oh man. Like a posh Brit. Yeah, they've got to be likable by the pirates though, at least a little bit. Arkansas, my bad. Yeah, a wizard is good. Yeah. NPC is the wizard Nigel. Nigel, Arkansas. How about that? And he's scared of the ocean. Scared of the ocean. Yes, when you enter, I like that a lot. When you enter, you get the illusion of wearing pirate gear. And that illusion is like full on affects like everything. Like you might look like you've got a peg leg and stuff like that as well. Wizard can make magic tricks while selling drinks, like letting the fluids fly through the air before reaching the glass. Yeah. Well, yes. Also, I would love to... This is something where like I might talk to my players right beforehand and just ask them, like before the session starts, like ask them if they think they would know anyone in this town. For an NPC the character knows in town, and then I'll whichever one I like the most will be in this bar. In this tavern. And I can have a little, role-play encounter with that stuff kind of thing. And also, if they fail to make the potion, or if they don't or if they don't want to go to the Thieves Guild, or they don't want to go to the monastery, or something goes wrong, this tavern will be where they get, like, the fail-safe, where they can get the info they need. Or, like, pointing them in another direction that will get the info they need. Oh, Tara. I love me some dad jokes. And their love is for the sea. Yes, they even have the pirate voice when they go in. I see, Tara. Okay. Bunch of dads in chat today. But really, what are DMs but dads? Yes, I think a drinking competition. I agree, Blue. What's the best way to do drinking competition? It's like constitution checks, but also, yeah, let's do con check every shot. Shots get like increasingly more alcoholic. And then it's just like the DC starts at 5, goes up by 3 every shot. And I can do it for like NPCs as well. And whoever's the last one drinking wins. I mean, that's perfect. That's a drinking competition if I ever saw. A slapping competition? No, hero. No. We're not dads, we're babysitters. That's true. That is true. Yeah. But after 2, they roll with disadvantage. Maybe. I was just going to increase the DC of each drink that they have to pass. How about each round the mug gets heavier? Pizza straight. Well, what I do want to do is like, they need to be drunk when they leave here as well, depending on how much they drink. So I think the exhaustion rules are kind of a good way to mirror drunkenness, like a temporary point of exhaustion, maybe. Murray starts at 13, increases by 2 every time they fail, and 1 every time they succeed. Nah, I think just I don't want to overcomplicate this. I think just jumping up by like each time. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, oh my god, look at this, 54 minutes left. We absolutely kicked the ass of this prepping. The 3-hour prep time. I guess if I was like not using the tools I've been using, like the encounter builder is huge. And in fact, it might be worth building a second encounter for the ooze. So we'll do that now. So in the potion convention, Potion Con, in Pocon, at Potion Con, someone accidentally creates a psychic grey ooze. Just one. Yeah, it's just trivial. This isn't supposed to be a hard encounter. It's just supposed to be like a fun thing that can happen. So we've got that for the ooze. At 6, they die. I think you only get to 6 if you go insane drinking. And people totally, yeah. You've got to get your stomach pumped. Maybe when they fail 3 con saves, they begin to hallucinate. Yeah. I've been prepping a beach episode session for my group. This is our 2nd beach episode this campaign. They went to one of the players' characters' daughter's wedding. Context in this world, arranged marriages are still a thing, even for commoners, depending on the area. So after getting into an argument with her daughter about how she's too young to get married, and she should be doing what all the 15-year-old girls are doing, it was very emotional. Maybe we should do something at the beach this session. Give an option to buy a soberness potion afterwards. Yes, I like that a lot, Alexander. If they lose drinking water war, they choose a pirate. Yeah, you know what we should prep? We should also prep a pirate fight, just in case. Maybe not the pirate captain. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6 pirates. I always do that. I don't mean to do that. I mean to do this. There we go. 4 potential combats that can happen this session. Sorted. None of them too difficult because I don't want it to be that kind of session. We have a big puzzle, and we have multiple social encounters. Dare I say that I'm prepped with 51 minutes left? Is there anything we didn't do? Step 1, focus on the story of the adventure. Read or reread the adventure's introduction and background information. Create a bulleted list of key plot points to make sure a coherent story unfolds. Done. Step 2, identify the encounters you want to run, then figure out how likely it is each encounter will get played, categorizing each one as definite, possible, or unlikely. Done. Step 3, gather any maps you'll need. Okay, so this is something we can do. I can go and grab my map stuff, and we can choose some good maps together. That's probably pretty good. Step 4, consider how each definite encounter relates to the player's motivations. Yeah. Think about elements you can add to interest them, for example, combat. Yeah, I've put stuff in for each player and each character. Skim the encounters you flagged as possible. Yeah, done. That was the first hour. Second hour, carefully review each possible encounter and devote any time you left for creating informational aids. Admittedly, I probably speed ran this one because I had you guys to help me. Like, you made it very easy to improvise these aids. And the third hour, skim each unlikely encounter, and we've built that out. And create a new encounter designed to appeal specifically to one player. I'm counting that as where I'm going to ask them to give us an NPC that I can drop into the tavern. Sorted. Give one of the players a potion that will nullify the second phase of ooze. Now, they are passed out after 3 fails. Shouldn't be too much. Do you feel like the encounter tools help you a lot in gameplay? For prep, maybe, but I feel like I'm just a lot faster with a pen and sheet. Yeah, when I have 5 players, I find an initiative. D&D encounter and initiative stuff. I find it incredibly useful. But I also sometimes do just like write down little things in a notepad and HP sometimes. Like if I'm doing stuff on the fly, I'll use a notepad. It's easy either way, but I find with a notepad, the way that I am so chaotically writing numbers down, I can like lose numbers easily, or I can lose my way a bit. So at least if it's on computer, in like an encounter builder, I can kind of see things better. But I can go either way. I see the benefits of both. They fell twice projectile vomit. Oh, God. The drinking game could be a curse. The loser will lose the ability to resist alcohol. Alcohol. Treasure hunt on the beach. A ring of protection has been buried, and they have to find it first to win. Detect magic, mage, hand to dig, gust of wind to blow sand. I love fun things that have so many ways to be creative. I kind of like that sounds. I kind of like that. I don't think we'll have time. But if they go down that route, I might steal that. She proceeds to let her character get white girl wasted at the wedding reception, and her character hooks up with the rogue character. Dude, weddings in D&D is so much fun. It was awkward the next morning when her husband comes looking for her and she sees coming out the rogue's room. Oof. Again, arranged marriages are a thing, so he's not too angry as he reveals he is having an affair. Nice. Good save. We're good like that. You guys are good like that. I'd assume newest DM equals longer prep. The DMG has to assume the reader. Yes, that is very true, Bardic. That is very true. I kind of don't like the idea that the DMG is putting out there that like prepping for 3 hours is a normal thing, though, because it feels extreme to me. So the session ended with her character finally able to say, "Hey, I'm ready to go after the BBEG." So I'm looking forward to this week's beach episode. Nice. Do you read a lot of sci-fi or fantasy so you have lore readily available to you? I find it makes it easier for me to improv on the fly. I watch a lot of sci-fi fantasy TV shows and play a lot of sci-fi fantasy video games. I'm not much of a reader. I don't really have the attention span for it. But yeah, I think it gives you a really good foundation for like fantasy, like cliches, if you will, that work perfectly in something like this. Bad Climate, I'm a very new DM. I just hosted 9 sessions and I find it very difficult finding the info I need on the D&D Beyond books. I wish there was a search function in the book. Yeah, don't get me started on D&D Beyond in general. They could do with much better. And I think they will. I think what's going to happen, for better or worse, whatever you feel about AI, we're going to end up with like an AI tool on D&D Beyond that will be able to search all your books and tell you exactly what you need to know super easily. Though I wonder if they would do that, because they would have to program the AI not to give you information if you haven't bought certain books. So it might be very difficult to do. Yeah, anything that keeps people from starting. Hey, you have to prep for hours to play this. Is bad. Yeah, I should say that it doesn't say you should prep for 3 hours. It says if you have 1 hour, you can do that. If you have 2 hours, do this. And if you have 3 hours, do this. But yeah. Like, I don't hate this as like a prepping guide. I don't hate it. I find some stuff very interesting and useful. Like where it says, most groups can accomplish at least 3 things during 1 hour of play, where each thing might be any of the following. And for me, I think it's more like when I DM, my groups tend to do 2 of these things an hour. Not 1, but 2. So it definitely changes depending what kind of DM you are and what kind of players you have, but it's a good rule of thumb. Like, reach a consensus on a divisive issue, yeah, good luck. That takes hours in D&D. I have so much to stitch together with my campaign. I have the WizKids Mind Flayer Voyage and plan on having my players picked up by the same Nautiloid from the start of BG3. Are they all BG3 players? Damn, if I add all my prep together, I'm definitely over 3 hours. Each session? Oh, you slid it up over different days? I should say also, this is an easy session to prep for because I've only got 3 players, and I know that I want to keep things confined to this town. I'm sure there are other sessions, especially like end of campaign sessions or start of campaign sessions, and especially one-shots, where I might be doing more. But yeah. Plus, my BG3 mini set should finally be coming soon to the UK. Yeah, you guys want to see something? WizKids sent me some more goodies. We like WizKids. Buy stuff on WizKids, guys. I got Jaheira and Halson unpainted. I don't paint minis really, so this might be an excuse for me to get into painting. I got Ulder, Ravengard, and Zevlor. I got Will and Karlak. It's Will in his demon form. Spoilers. I got my favourite thing in here is Dame Aelin and Minthara. I've wanted like an angel or Asimar mini for a while, so it's perfect. Gale and Astarion. Sarabok and Raphael. Raphael, by the way, is the best character in Baldur's Gate 3, and I will fight anyone who tries to argue with me. Lae'zel and Shadowheart. And, of course, Volo and Withers. So I got tons of these now. I need to paint them or something. They also sent me, and this is very exciting. My first Pathfinder mini that I've ever had. It's a adamantium dragon or something to that effect. And honestly, holy crap, look at the wings. It's a very cool dragon, which I've got a lot of time for. So I won't be using the dragon in today's session, but, you know, hopefully soon. For reading, have I tried those roleplay books that give you choices when you turn into a certain page? Not for a long time. But maybe I would be better with those. Wait, what was that? 3 hours equals 1 hour roleplay, 2 hours combat. Yeah, combat can drag. You probably do 30 to 45 minutes of prep every night just for fun. And I only run every other week. I grew up with the Choose Your Ending Goosebumps. Yo, yes, I remember those. What are kids growing up with nowadays? Bandersnatch on Netflix. No joke, half my game's out. What do you want to do next? Two are BG3 players, so they'd love it. I'll have to skip through chair stream. Oh, because I left the chair there. Yeah, the things I showed off in my Insta story. Cool cylinder. Minsk and Boo would send Raphael back to... Yes. Unfortunately, I never got Minsk and Boo. Because I think you need Jaheira, and Jaheira died in my playthrough. %50 dragons on Whiskers right now, guys. Bought myself an Elder Brain. There you go. Heard it here first. What is happening, Shushi? Yeah, so I literally, if anyone has any tips about getting into mini paint, because I've never painted a mini, or I don't own any paints, I don't even own a brush. I feel like to get into it, I would need to buy like a bunch of stuff just to start. Well, I already have some BG3 minis, so I could paint these like alternative colours, like give Shadowheart blonde hair, or vice versa. Bum, bum, bum. Start with a primer and a black base, then dry brush on the colours. Right. Oh, WizKids do a getting started set for painting minutes. WizKids, send me that. Basic acrylic paints, like cheap ones, a small brush, and patience. It's the patience I lack. It's the patience I lack. But that could be what I did with the next 37 minutes of prep time for this for this prep stream. So cool, you get stuff from sponsors. That's my dream. Just started my dumb D&D. It's not as much a dream. I've had to ask them to not send me as much stuff because they're in the States, and when they send me stuff, I have to pay tariffs on stuff now. 1. And 2, I have to pay taxes on anything I receive. And since I'm skint right now, I have no money. I've got to be like, don't send me free stuff, because every time you send me free stuff, it costs me money. But hopefully we sort the tariff stuff out, and yeah, it's not end of the world as much. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like receiving, and it's not WizKid's fault at all. Receiving all this stuff it probably cost me, and I understand this is like champagne problems because it's worth way more, but when I sent this stuff, it probably cost me like $40 all in all at the end of the tax year. So I would advise painting a store if possible. There are people who can give tips if you need. And tons of YouTube tutorials. Okay. Shall I do it? Shall I become a painter? That's unfortunate. Yeah, so I told them to send me anything and everything when like at the start of the year, and they've been doing it. It's been great. But now I've told them to hold off. Like let me pick and choose because it's not feasible. Painting stream, YouTube content, I'm all for it. Okay, I'll look into it. I'll look into getting the gear. I mean, the things I make when I first painting, I'm sure will be absolutely nightmare fuel. Screw My Mages on YouTube is how I learned. I've seen them. I've been trying to look at that because they do so well on YouTube. I'm like, how do I do those kind of views? I'm trying to steal their thumbnails. Their thumbnails are so good. Masking tape will be your best friend. Okay, good to know. Amazon or Temu bushes work, but not great, but they do the job. Yeah, I just need something to like get my foot in the door. I just want to see if I'll enjoy it. Or not. And yeah, if I can monetize it somehow. You'll be surprised how long it takes to paint an inch figure. Yeah, that's what I'm scared about. Because I don't normally... I hate doing things that take a long time. I don't even like cooking. Because I've got to stand there for like 30 minutes when I want to be doing other stuff. Some of the big bads you have planned in your campaign. For my campaign right now, I really am taking it session by session. And I've only really thought a little bit about the BBEG, who is this great old one type demigod, ocean-based dwelling, Kraken-style thing. And then the rest, I'm just going to take it. I just don't want to like... Because I've done that in the past. I've like planned out weeks in advance, months in advance for these big bads or plot points or story points. And sometimes it's good. Sometimes you can like foreshadow stuff and it's a big thing. But most of the time, I end up either changing my mind or the players don't go that way or something else better comes along and it's kind of wasted thought process and power. So yeah, I'm taking it week by week now. You'd recommend speed paints. You can paint a mini and oh yeah, I don't have high standards. I just want it not to be grey, you know? There are 3D print machines. What's next? Do you need a mini painting machine? That could be, yeah, we should get on that. We should make that, guys. First mate, Edward Teach. Blackbeard's real name. Love that. Therefore, just something similar, but their pre-painted minis look like. I don't know, Snap. I've got some pretty cool ones. I'm not gonna lie. I've had good times with Hero Forge. All right, Tower, have a good one. Sounds like I've planned a great night. Hopefully they have fun. Not me, spent 3 hours on a dragon wormling. Yeah, I can't, like, to make something like this, to paint it, I can only imagine takes a very long time. Ooh. Like, yeah, I can't imagine it's a speedy process. But I'm not sure if I'll enjoy the process, but I'll enjoy like finishing it and being like, I painted this, you know? So we'll see. I think I'll either really take to it or really hate it. Yeah, I mean, on boss minis, I spend way more time. Like, my PP is the magma dragon I spent like a week ago. What do you mean? What do you mean by PP? Platinum piece? Something to enjoy the final results, in my mind, is not the best of ideas. Yeah, I agree. That's how I feel about YouTube videos sometimes. Oh, like your profile pic is the magma dragon. I hear you. I'm such an old man. I was like, PP? Alright, should we take a look at what the DMG wants me to do when running the session? In what orders? So, one, start with a recap. I'm pretty confident with my recap. Either the DM can do it, or the player can do it. I'm going to do it. I like doing the recaps. When you come into encounters, you describe the situation, you let the players talk, then you describe what happens. Huh. And then you end the session. Solid. The DMG is really good for giving examples, I have to say. Like, also, yeah, have you guys seen the PDFs in here? Some of them are pretty useful. Some of them, not so much. I really like the magic item tracker. Oh, that's something we could have prepped, I guess. We didn't look at, like, should we give out any cool... I guess the potions are all magic items, but, yeah. Yeah. Us DMs do everything for the enjoyment of others. I don't know, I kind of enjoy being DM sometimes. The party composition in general is heavily martial right now. So I've got two brand new players who are both, one is playing a barbarian and the other is playing a fighter. That's a couple that are away this session. And then the three others are an alchemist who is like the most magical one of the bunch, a rogue, and a monk, but the monk is multi-classing with cleric, so they've got some heals and stuff, but it's mostly close range punchy punch. Kyle, you're doing your first DM with DIA. Hella nervous. What's DIA again? You could have undiluted potions there. They have doubly effects but can be dangerous. Yes, I like that. I like the Hoyle. I don't want to add more stuff to this though. I'm happy with the prep time. I'm happy with it. Give the barber wand. Your wizard Bob. If the wand is just a sharp stick. Oh, descent into Avernus. Thank you. And this is your first time DMing ever, or just your first time DMing that module? Like 1d6 damage. So you're going to do a lot of 1 hour prep. I'm sure you'll kick ass, Kyle. I'm sure you'll love it. Your players will love it. And you're just going to get better and better with each session. So Could give out a staff of healing after they beat the animated armor. Makes things easier for you for healing potion stock-ups. That's true. Or something that could be... Oh yeah, I should give out something every kind of like location. But I don't want to give them anything permanent. Not without the other party members. They'll get a bunch... No. They're going to get a bunch of potions. I know it. And I'll hand out some health potions as well, so... You stopped DMing 10 years ago. Did you just not like it, Hoyle? No, well, the monk cleric multiclass is still pretty healery. So they do have heals. Oh, you had a D&D horror story. Oh, I'm so sorry. I genuinely, I hope that's not patronizing, but that sucks. The dark side of D&D is that, like, there are some weird people out there in some tough situations. You're giving your forever DM a break to play as a player. Kyle, that is very honourable. You get inspiration. A group of 4, that guys. That sucks. I'm laughing, but that genuinely sucks. I'm so sorry. Oh, you liked Storm Wreck? A lot of good info for such a short span. It's a good read for sure. Interesting. For your 2014 game, I just yoinked the 2024 healing spells as they are way more useful with the bump in power. Yeah. Everyone at my table, except the Artificer, is on 2024 characters. And we're playing 2024 rules. And I think the Artificer's going to, like, really blow up in power soon. But even at level 5, it's kind of noticeable how much more powerful the other characters are. Like the other players are. But my player playing the Artificer, like, loves playing the Artificer. And, like, I gave him the choice to get a level 20, get a 2024 character. He's like, no, I want to play Artificer. So I'm probably going to give the Artificer, like, a really strong item to try and buff him up to the same level as the 2024 guys. In the mostly, could there be a Phoenix that Knuckles slaps when they beat the armor test? Each feather can be a one-time use magic item. I'm not having animal cruelty. Slapping a Phoenix? But there could be. It's not bad. They could be decoup. Have you seen a change to inflict wounds from at a hit to a con save? What, in the latest errata? I've not seen that. A cheeky slap. A prod. A strong stroke. The former DM who doesn't know how to act as a player. A min-max who teaches the murder hobo how to make better killers. And a real life chaotic stupid. Oh, the party from hell. Ting's tool as such a good item for artificers can become every type of tool. I don't know if he has them. Maybe yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll give him one of those. You have 2.8k of those blobs, and I don't know what to do with them. I don't know either. I need to do something with that. I'll take any ideas for channel rewards. Maybe you use the points to roll dice. Look it up now. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, in the 2024 rules, they changed it to a save. But they have 20k. We'll implement words. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, I need to think of some fun stuff to do. But I'm also not. I won't lie to you guys. I feel like streaming's killing my views on my videos on the channel. I don't mind too much because I like streaming. But sometimes I'm like, should I just stream on Twitch and not YouTube? Or should I stream on YouTube on a different channel maybe? Because something's going on my channel right now. And I think it's streaming. But YouTube is weird. I'm probably wrong. It's probably nothing to do with that. It's just like you see like cause and effect and you make the wrong conclusion. All right, DQ, have a good one. It's the grind. We could also have predictions in the future and play with the economy. Yeah, but that's also the issue because we do predictions and it only works on Twitch and not on YouTube. But we have more viewers on YouTube right now on Twitch, so it's a hard one. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep. Yeah, you're right. Maybe just keep going the way I'm going and see what's what. Guys, I have 21 viewers right now, but only 24 likes on YouTube. If you could hit the like button, if you've not hit it yet, vastly appreciate it. A bonus action VOD channel, yeah, something like that maybe. A good one would be to look up random D&D monsters. For example, they roll a dice and you open a page number in the monster manual and then share your thoughts on that monster. Yeah. Oh yeah, 20 minutes to my session, guys. You won't move to Twitch. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people won't. So it's kind of a tough predicament because I just don't think YouTube pushes my streams that much. Dream story. The chosen player explains why his character dreamed after the next rest. Yeah, that's not bad. I might steal actually. Just in general, like you do a long rest and I just ask all the players, what did you guys dream about? Oh, sorry, these are, I hear you. I hear you, they're channel reward ideas. All right, Kyle, have a good one, and thank you for the like. Bum, 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 bum. And thank you for the follow, Snabberman. Wow, I'm at 30 likes now after I asked people to like. Thank you so much for liking, guys. Means a lot. Character into your chat name becomes an NPC in the game. Oh yeah, like if I... The thing is that the channel reward points have to work for every kind of stream. And sometimes I might be playing D&D video games. I could be prepping. I could just be chatting. So thank you for the follow, Kmart84. Where's everyone coming in from now? Out the woodwork as the timer counts down. Didn't even know you could like a YouTube stream. Yeah. I don't know if liking does anything, to be honest. What is up, Mike? Came here from Twitch just to like. I appreciate that. So what's the game tonight? It's going to be fun. It's kind of got 3 sections to it. There's a monastery the players could go to get some information from some monks and have a little combat. There is a thieves guild situation where the players can go to get some information, have a little combat. And there is a potions convention, potions con, for artificers and potion makers, where the players can go to and play with some potion. We got a random table for potion effects, for some free random potions that are being given out. There's some cool potions for sale that they can buy, And I know one of my players is going to try and steal some potions, so I'm going to have some fun with that. And if they do all that and they've still got time, we've created a tavern that is like a pirate ship tavern that has like a magical illusionary effects inside, so that when anyone goes in, they look and talk like a pirate, no matter what. I like that idea so much that if my players don't go there this time, I'm probably just going to reuse it for next session. So it's been a good session. But yeah, what's going on, Mike? Well, we've been prepping. I've got my session is in 16 minutes, which is the time up here. I wanted to prep like the DMG suggests. It's got a 1 hour guideline, which is that 3 things happen every hour. And then they've got preparation time. And they say if you've got 1 hour of preparation, do these 5 steps. If you have 2 hours, add these 2 steps to it. And if you've got 3 hours, do all 9 steps. So today we did all 9 steps. And we did it in like 2 hours rather than 3 hours. So that's why we're kind of just chatting now. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a good prepping session. I think I might make these prepping streams a weekly stream. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if you guys enjoy it that much, if people get stuff out of it. But it's prep time that I would be doing anyway. Like off stream, I probably wouldn't be prepping for 3 hours. But yeah, it's kind of like, I'm doing it anyway, so why not do it? Plus, you guys have some great ideas that I can steal, straight up steal. Because what you say in my chat is just mine, by the way, guys. I can just take it. That's how it works. Do you use thief counts at all? No, I always forget about it as well. But I'll use it tonight. Thank you for reminding me. What's my favorite class? I would say probably to DM for. I just like a straight up fighter. They're nice and they're easy to deal with. To play, I kind of like the idea of a warlock. But you know, I'm open to all. I can see benefits in all. Any boats? Do I need a model boats? They are, I mean, yeah. Thank you, Leon, for doing the socials there. Yeah, if anyone's not a member of the bonus action faction yet, which just means following me on YouTube, really, but or like becoming a member or whatever, you're more than welcome to. All right, Hoyle, have a good one. But are you still going to stream more than once a week? It really depends on... I have a spreadsheet right now, which is looking at like how much money I'm earning and what is bringing in the most money. And making a YouTube video is by far the best use of my time. And when I turn live streams into YouTube videos, they don't do as well. So I kind of have to be like, I want to make a YouTube video every 2 weeks, if not every week, to kind of stay afloat. And then I'll stream around that. So sometimes it might be once a week, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times. I'll probably stream more leading up to something like the I play every D&D video game video that I'm working on, because I need to like play a load of D&D video games. But yeah, it's kind of going to be a bit all over the place and up in the air when it comes to streaming, I'm afraid. Chat is Phil's IP. Yes, I've patented you. You heard my voice is going already from just like 3 hours of streaming. Now I've got to go and DM a D&D session for 3 hours. Oof. What flavor of D&D? Blue. I do. It will also boost your Twitch. Having a schedule is the most important thing on Twitch. Yeah, I know. Twitch just doesn't bring in that much money, to be honest. It's that sweet YouTube ad revenue and sponsors. You just made a model boat. Let me know where to send it. What do you mean you just made a model boat? If you manage a video a week, that is amazing. Yes, I don't always. I only got one video out in the past 2 weeks. But the goal is like one a week. Dude, I'm going to make nothing but Dagheart videos for like a month. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It might be the thing that finally gets me and my players off D&D Beyond and away from D&D. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I can't wait to like review it. Do I watch D&D shots? I do watch D&D shots. He's very good. I'd love prep streams to be regular. They are my favorite. And that's the other thing. There's not a lot of D&D people who stream regularly, which makes me think it's not that worth it. But, you know, I don't know. You're into making terrain and pots. You don't need the vote. If you need it, let me know. I'm okay for now, Snap, but thank you for the kind offer. Who's my favorite D&D YouTuber other than myself? I've got so much respect for Pointy Hat. I think Pointy Hat's fantastic. Big fan of Deficient Master and Power Word Spill. And of course the come out of nowhere, just absolutely destroying it right now. Mystic DM. But yeah, there's a bunch. Like Matt Covell and Ginny D are obviously phenomenal as well. I didn't get the Cosmic RPG. No. But I will be doing. But I'm not going to get like the Kickstarter version. But I'll say make the normal video first, and later we can have a stream talking and chatting about it later. Yeah, that's not, I mean, it's not a bad plan, doing that kind of thing. Like drop a video, go live, talk about the video. Yeah, I'll be making videos on it, most probably. Yeah, perhaps streams on Friday is a good start to start a schedule. Yeah, if I say I'm going to be live every Friday doing prep streams, and then I'm going to like sometimes be live Wednesday, maybe Monday. Yeah, you're just watching Power Word Spill. He's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I want to actually talk to a bunch of them and see if they'll be willing to like do a... it's why I wish more of them streamed, because I could just like be like, hey, do you want to play Baldur's Gate 3 right now? Like D&D tubers play Baldur's Gate 3. We can get like 3 or 4 of us just playing through for a couple of weeks. It'd be so good. You want to traction from the hypes, right? So let YouTube do that. It's true. What are you pinging everyone about? A cool cylinder. People did not like me adding everyone, so I wouldn't for now. Unless it's like a big announcement. Oh, I would just put it... You have access to the announcements page, right? I would just put it in the announcements page. Any advice for you? You're DMing first time this Sunday. Mike, just enjoy it. Don't take it. The worst thing you can do is take it too seriously, I think. Yeah, just it's dating advice. It's the same thing as dating advice. It's like, just go for it. Be yourself. Be kind to the people around the table. And you'll get this. You should get the same kindness back. And if you don't get the same kindness back, then that's on them as bad players. But yeah, just enjoy it. Don't expect to be good at it straight away. Could have a D&D tuber prep session, everyone given a story and compare how they do their prep. Yeah, I would just like to grab some D&D tubers to chat to. No one will talk to me. No, I've not asked. I'm sure if I did, I would. But it's why I would be like, oh, if I was like, Division Master's live right now, I'll just call him on Discord. But no one streams. Sometimes like Mr. DM will stream. I've seen like a few people stream occasionally. But it's not like often. It's not like they're live like every single day. But kind of makes sense. Sometimes I feel like streaming's a young man's game, and I'm not a young man. I'm back. Is it looking promising? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy with this session. That 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. I'm gonna close down the stream. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna go downstairs, and I'm gonna set up the table and have a drink while I wait for players to arrive. And grab some food quickly as well. It's so hot outside, it's burning. Yeah, we are officially in summer. At least here in Toronto. Officially summer. It's going to get hotter. I don't have air conditioning here. And in the videos and streams over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a very sweaty man in front of you. Just the sweatiest, slipperiest, slimiest boy. Just talking about D&D. That's what we're going to have. Unless I finally bite the bullet and buy a portable AC. Should have after session streams too. Jump on at like 10 p.m. and just chat about it. You live in Virginia, so it's super hot. Yeah, I bet it is. What we're talking right now? What is it here? Okay, it's not that bad here. It's 14, 15 degrees here. But it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. In Virginia, is it like in the 20s? Hold on, let me look. Yeah, it's 24 degrees in Virginia. That is hot. Just went for groceries as it's your turn to make food for your D&D tonight. And Joey says, thank you, Rising. I will. You too. Hopefully the food's good. I'm sure it will be. Big announcement. We got tickets set up. People in the Discord. Montreal, 17 degrees. Oof. Why is Montreal hotter than Toronto? That makes no sense. France had summer weather today and it's pouring tomorrow. I hope it rains, dude. I want some rain. Give me that rain. Remind me of England. 24 degrees is hot. I'm in Australia. Okay, Alpha, what temperatures are there right now for you? I'll let you humble brag about how hot it is there. Is it in the 30s? All right, I'll finish the stream in 2 minutes. Boom. It'll be 23 today, but it's autumn. Fair enough. Fair. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Wow, there's a lot of people on Twitch right now streaming D&D stuff. You wish the stream was longer? Well, yeah, me too. But unfortunately, DM duty calls. Hope the game rocks. Yeah, I think it'd be good. I think it's going to be a fun one. I think it'll be a fun one. I'll let you guys know next time I'm online how it goes. Alright guys, let's let me save all this stuff that I've got, because I've got a bunch of encounters up. I actually need to turn into actual encounters. What 5e books do you have? The old core rule books, the new core rule books, Planescape books, Book of Many Things, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, The Shattered Obelisk. I got a bunch. Quest the Infinite Staircase. I got a bunch. Yeah, I'll don't do no things. I'll do like a credits at the end where I say everyone's name who chatted in chat. Where in the world are you new to your stream? I'm in Northern VA, huh? I'm in Toronto. Oh, it's changed to starting soon. I don't know why that happened. Alright guys, I will catch you all later. Have a good one. And good luck in your games in the future. And may the rolls forever be natural 20s. Bye guys. Thanks for tuning in.